Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name is Amy, and I'm an ordained minister. We are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, and we will be through 2025. In 2026, we will start the KJV. We have started the work for comparison language in the Proverbs, comparing the KJV Proverbs to the NIV, but we're not quite ready to record those things yet. We're still in data analysis mode. So, in this video, we're in Genesis. We're going to do chapter 13, verse 8, so picking up where we left off, through all of 14, which is through verse, I believe, 24? Yeah, 24. So, let's jump in. Remember, this parable is called Abraham and Lot Separate, because Lot is Abram's nephew. Okay. So Abram said to Lot, "Let us not have any quarreling between you and me, or between your herdsmen and mine, for we are brothers. Is not the whole land before you? Let's part company. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left. So you just pick a field, and it's yours. I'll be on the other side. That way there's no fighting. We don't need to fight. We're related." Lot looked up and saw that the whole plain of the Jordan was well watered, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, towards Zohor. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, so important for time frames. So Lot chose for himself the whole plain of the Jordan and set out toward the east. The two men parted company. Abram lived in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain and pitched tents near Sodom. Now the men of Sodom were wicked and were sinning greatly against the Lord. The Lord said to Abram after Lot had parted from him, "Lift up your eyes from where you are and look north and south, east and west. All of the land you see I will give you and your offspring," or seed. Okay, forever. "I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that if anyone could count the dust, then your offspring could also be counted. Go walk through the length and the breadth of the land, for I'm giving it to you." So Abram moved his tents and went to live near the great tree of Mamre, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Mamre, at Hebron, where he built an altar to the Lord. Everywhere he goes, he builds an altar to the Lord, because that's part of how he's speaking to him. Abram rescues Lot. Chapter 14, verse 1. At this time, Ampharael, king of Shinar, or Babylonia, that is Babylonia, that's what the footnote says, Arioch, king of Elasar, and then Kedor Lamor, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of Goyim, Goiim, that's how I'm saying Goyim, went to war against Bera, king of Sodom, Bera, so Bera, king of Sodom, Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Adamah, and Shember, king of Zoyabin, and king of Baal, that is Zoar. So, we've got two factions. This faction is going to war with that faction. Lot has moved to a location that puts him as part of a war. Okay? Lot, Abram's nephew. All these latter kings joined forces in the valley of Siddim, the Salt Sea. And then we have a footnote of sea, that is the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is very salty, that's why nothing lives in it. For 12 years, they had been subject to, that's one of these kings, these Kedar Lamor. Lamor, Kedorlao, so that to me that's Lao, right? Kedor Lao Mer. M-E-R. Okay. But in the 13th year, they rebelled. So they were all subject to this one over king, and then they decided to rebel. And in the 14th year, that Kedar guy and the kings allied with him went out and defeated the Raphaites and the Ashtaroth Carnaim. It's not good. Ashtaroth is actually like the name of like a pretty high level demon, so that means they were worshiping that, in my opinion. The Zuzites in Ham and the Amites of Shava, Shaveh, and then Kiriathaim, Kiriathaim, and the Horites in the hill country of Seir, as far as the El Paran near the desert. So they're trying to give you a geographic location so you can understand how the battle is happening. Then they turned back and went to the end of Mishpat, that is Kadesh, K-A-D-E-S, Kadesh. And they conquered the whole territory of the Amalekites, A-M-A-L-E, like a male, kites, K-I-T-E-S, Amalekites, as well as the Amorites, A-M-O-R-I-T-E-S, in case you don't know, Amorites, who were living in the Hazan, because it's two Z's, H-A-Z, so Azon, A-Z-O-N, Hazanazon, Tamar. I don't know. I'm so not pronouncing that right, but it's okay. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Adamia, the king of Zobium, and the king of Bela, that is Zor, marched out and drew up their battle lines in the valley of Siddim near the against that Kedar king of Elam, the title king of Goyim, the Aphro, the king of Shinar, and the Ariak king of Elazar, E-L-L-A-S-R, Elazar. So again, 4 kings against 5. So they're in this battle position. Now the kings of Siddim was full of, the valley of Siddim, sorry. Now the valley of Siddim was full of tar pits, so they're booby trapping, as you would expect before a battle. When the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some of the men fell into them, and they fled into the hills, so they did what they were supposed to do. The 4 kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food, and then they went away. They plundered and left, okay. They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot, of course, because he was near there, and all his possessions, since he was living in Sodom. That's what happens. One who had escaped came and reported to Abram the Hebrew. Now, Abram was living near the great trees of Mamre, M-A-M-R-E, the Amorite. Oh, so Mamre is a person. A brother, D, or a relative or an ally of Eshcol and Aner. E-S-H-C-O-L, Eshcol and Aner, A-N-E-R. All of who were allied with Abram. Okay? So these were all people, were all friends. When Abram heard his relative had been taken captive, he called out to the 318 trained men born in his household and went in pursuit as far as Dan. During the night, Abram divided his men to attack them, and he routed them, pursuing them as far as Hobah. So they caught up north of Damascus. So again, a geographic location. So it's north of Jerusalem. He recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and all his possessions, together with the women and the other people. So this is good. He rescued them. After Abram returned from defeating Kedar and the kings that were allied with him, the king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Shaveh, S-H-A-V-E-H, that is the king's valley. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, that is Jerusalem. So this is the person who had Jerusalem before Abraham. Okay, Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was a priest of the God Most High. So this is a person who was already worshiping God in this place that he was sending Abraham to. Like. And he blessed Abraham, saying, "Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of the heaven and the earth." You got a footnote of F. Possessor of the heaven and the earth. Either way. And blessed be God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. And I say, whichever, because if he created it, he owns it. So, he's the creator. Then Abram gave a tenth of everything. Yeah. This was the king of the land where he was hoping to set up a home. It's not like he just went to go rescue his relatives. That's all he was doing. He wasn't involving himself in kingly affairs. He wasn't trying to do anything. This is your king, you tithe. Here's your taxes, my lord. The king of Sodom said to Abram, "Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself." But Abram said to the king of Sodom, "I have raised my hand to the Lord. No, I have raised my hand to the Lord God Most High, creator of the heaven and earth, and have taken an oath that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread or a thong of a sandal. So you will never be able to say, 'I made Abram rich.' I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten and their share that belongs to the men who went with me to Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre. Let them have their share." Abraham is like, I got my relatives. I don't need anything from you. I don't want anything from you. Whatever the plunder is, give those people who helped me what they have earned. I will take my relatives and their family and their possessions, and I will leave. You can have everything else. I don't want any of that stuff. He doesn't want any ill-gotten gains. He went to go rescue his relatives. That was his intention, and that's why he was safe, as opposed to somebody who wants to raid and plunder because they think they have the right to reap what they didn't sow, which we're always told repeatedly, in this great book here, that you can't do that. So, make safe choices, my friends.